In a world where information flows faster than ever, where social media creates illusions of power, and where influence is confused with popularity, few understand the true art of gaining and maintaining power. Today, many struggle with how to navigate complex social, political, and professional landscapes without being exploited or outmaneuvered. What if the timeless principles of power, tested through centuries of ruthless strategy, could guide you to not just survive, but dominate in today's chaotic arenas? This is not about empty platitudes or moral sermons. It is about the raw, unvarnished rules that shape human behavior and ensure victory when stakes are high. Prepare to uncover 21 rules of power that will outsmart everyone around you, sharpen your mind like a blade, and secure your position in a world ruled by cunning and calculation.
Number 1. In the realm of power, perception is often more influential than reality itself. The appearance of strength commands respect, instills fear, and deters challengers before any confrontation even begins. To appear stronger than you truly are is to manipulate the lens through which others view you, creating an aura of invincibility and authority that shields your vulnerabilities. This can be achieved through posture, language, attire, and the careful curation of one's social presence. A ruler who walks confidently, speaks decisively, and surrounds themselves with symbols of power convinces observers that they are untouchable. This illusion not only protects but also serves as a weapon. Adversaries may hesitate or falter before even testing your limits. Strength in appearance also grants the freedom to maneuver strategically, as opponents waste energy and resources in futile attempts to probe your defenses. In today's world, where information spreads rapidly and judgments are swift, cultivating this perception is essential to securing and maintaining influence. Number 2. Deception is not merely the art of lying, it is the strategic manipulation of truth to shape reality in your favor. In the pursuit of power, truth is a malleable tool, something to be wielded carefully to confuse, mislead, and control those around you. The wise understand that people cling to their perceptions, and by subtly distorting these perceptions, you gain the advantage of unpredictability. Deception allows you to mask your true intentions, create false trails, and exploit the assumptions of others. It is not about constant falsehood, but selective revelation, showing just enough to build trust while hiding the core of your plans. When your opponents are caught in webs of half-truths and illusions, they are unable to respond effectively. Mastery of deception requires patience, psychological insight, and a calm demeanor, so your actions never betray the complex strategies at work beneath the surface. Through deception, you seize control of the narrative without ever revealing your hand. Number 3. The true power lies in who tells the story and shapes the perception of events before others have a chance to interpret them for themselves. Controlling the narrative means setting the framework through which every action, decision, and outcome is understood. By becoming the source of information, you dictate the terms of the conversation, influencing public opinion, allies and adversaries alike. This control is not only about broadcasting your version of events, but also about silencing or discrediting opposing accounts before they gain traction. When you steer the narrative, you craft a reality that favors your position, turning even setbacks into opportunities or lessons in resilience. It allows you to maintain an aura of inevitability and righteousness, making resistance seem futile or misguided. In a world inundated with messages, those who master narrative control cut through the noise, anchoring loyalty and shaping perceptions to ensure their influence remains unchallenged and enduring. Number 4. True mastery of power lies not in public spectacle, but in the silent and subtle removal of threats before they can gather strength. Open confrontation invites backlash, creates martyrs, and exposes your vulnerabilities. Therefore, eliminating rival influences must be a calculated, almost invisible process. This requires patience, cunning, and an understanding of the hidden loyalties and ambitions that fuel your opponents. By working behind the scenes, sowing discord, exploiting weaknesses, and using intermediaries to do your bidding, you dismantle opposition without revealing your hand. The removal may come through discrediting reputations, manipulating alliances, or engineering circumstances that isolate your rivals, making their downfall seem inevitable or self-inflicted. This quiet erosion of threats ensures that power remains uncontested and that your position is solidified without the messiness of public conflict. In this way, you preserve your image and avoid the unnecessary risks that come with open warfare. Number 5. The art of power is as much about restraint as it is about bold action. Knowing when to retreat is a sign of strength, not weakness. It preserves your resources, protects your reputation, and allows you to regroup for a more decisive move. A premature or poorly timed strike often leads to unnecessary losses and exposes your vulnerabilities. Power thrives on timing, the ability to sense when conditions are ripe and when the moment demands patience. Retreating strategically can confuse your adversaries, make them overextend, or reveal their true intentions as they pursue you. Conversely, striking at the precise moment, when your opponent is weakest or least prepared, ensures maximum impact and solidifies your dominance. Mastery of this balance requires keen observation, emotional control, and an understanding of the shifting tides in every situation. Those who act rashly are soon forgotten. Those who strike wisely are remembered and feared. Number 6. In the grand chessboard of power, individuals are rarely masters of their own fate. Instead, they become instruments in the hands of those who recognize and exploit their ambitions and weaknesses. To use others as pawns is to understand that every person harbors desires, fears, and blind spots that can be manipulated to serve your greater design. By aligning their goals with your own, or by subtly steering their decisions through promises, flattery, or calculated pressure, you maintain control without appearing overtly domineering. This tactic allows you to extend your influence far beyond your immediate reach, turning potential rivals into unwitting allies. The clever strategist never reveals the full picture to those they manipulate, ensuring that pawns remain dependent and unaware of the larger game. In this way, your power multiplies exponentially, while your direct involvement stays minimal, preserving both your energy and your secrecy. Number 7. In the pursuit of power, transparency is a dangerous weakness. Revealing your true intentions invites scrutiny, opposition, and preemptive strikes. By keeping your plans and motives shrouded in mystery, you maintain an advantage over those who seek to predict or counter your moves. The uncertainty you cultivate forces others to speculate, often leading them to misjudge your next steps or overestimate your capabilities. This ambiguity creates a psychological edge as opponents hesitate, caught in the web of doubt and suspicion. Mystery also protects you from betrayal, as those around you cannot exploit what they do not understand. It demands discipline and restraint, requiring that you reveal only what benefits your cause and conceal everything else behind carefully constructed facades. By mastering the art of concealment, you turn yourself into an enigma, a figure both intriguing and intimidating, ensuring that your adversaries remain off balance and unable to mount effective resistance. Number 8. Human nature is driven by two powerful forces: fear and desire. To wield power effectively, one must understand how to manipulate these primal emotions to shape behavior and control outcomes. Fear, when skillfully employed, can suppress dissent, foster obedience, and keep rivals cautious and hesitant. The threat of loss, humiliation, or punishment creates a powerful deterrent, often more effective than any direct confrontation. Conversely, desire, whether for wealth, status, love, or approval, can be used as a potent motivator to align others with your objectives. By promising rewards, recognition, or advancement, you inspire loyalty and drive action in your favor. The key lies in balancing these forces, knowing when to instill fear to maintain order, and when to appeal to desire to inspire cooperation. Those who master this delicate interplay command the hearts and minds of others, bending their will without force, turning their ambitions into tools for your ascent. Number 9. Compassion and mercy have their place in the personal realm, but in the ruthless arena of power, they are often liabilities. The path to dominance demands a cold calculation that prioritizes survival and success above all else. Being ruthless means making difficult decisions swiftly and without hesitation, even when they may seem harsh or unpopular. This might involve cutting ties with allies who have outlived their usefulness, punishing betrayal without mercy, or pursuing goals with a relentless intensity that leaves no room for compromise. Ruthlessness is not cruelty for its own sake, but a strategic tool used to eliminate obstacles efficiently and deter future challenges. The fear inspired by this decisiveness ensures obedience and respect. Those who hesitate to act decisively risk losing everything to more determined and resolute rivals. Understanding when ruthlessness is required and wielding it judiciously is a mark of true strength in the struggle for power. Number 10. Alliances are essential in the pursuit and maintenance of power, yet they are inherently fragile and temporary. The wise understand that every ally harbors their own ambitions, interests, and potential for betrayal. To rely completely on another is to expose yourself to unforeseen dangers and weaknesses. Building alliances is a strategic necessity. These partnerships provide support, resources, and protection against common enemies. But they must always be approached with caution. Trust is a currency that should be rationed carefully. Never reveal your deepest plans or vulnerabilities to those who might use them against you. Maintain a watchful eye, constantly assessing the loyalty and usefulness of your allies. Prepare for the eventuality that alliances may shift, and be ready to act decisively should a partner turn against you. By keeping others close but never fully within your grasp, you preserve your independence and safeguard your position from betrayal or unexpected loss. Number 11. One of the most effective ways to maintain power is to keep the masses preoccupied with trivialities, spectacles, and diversions that prevent them from focusing on your true intentions or actions. When people are entertained, distracted, or consumed by constant noise, they become less likely to question authority or organize resistance. This tactic involves controlling the flow of information and providing distractions that appeal to base desires or fears, effectively dulling critical thought and fostering complacency. The more the public is absorbed in superficial concerns, the easier it is to manipulate their perceptions and decisions. Distraction serves as a veil, shielding your maneuvers and decisions from scrutiny. Leaders who understand this principle use media, propaganda, and spectacle to direct attention away from their own ambitions and toward less threatening targets. By keeping the crowd engaged and unfocused, you secure your reign and minimize challenges to your power. Number 12. In the pursuit of power, silence is a formidable weapon, often underestimated by the unwary. Speaking less allows you to observe more, to gather invaluable information about the intentions, weaknesses, and desires of those around you. When you remain silent, others feel compelled to fill the void, often revealing secrets and plans they would otherwise guard carefully. Listening attentively grants you insight that no amount of force can provide, enabling you to anticipate moves, expose lies, and detect hidden agendas. Silence also projects confidence and control, suggesting that you are always calculating and never hurried. Those who talk excessively reveal their own plans and vulnerabilities, weakening their position. By mastering the art of silence, you create an aura of mystery and restraint that commands respect and attention. In a world where words are cheap and noise is abundant, the one who listens carefully and speaks sparingly holds the true advantage. Number 13. The appearance of mercy is a powerful tool in the exercise of power, allowing you to disarm opponents and win the loyalty of others without showing your true resolve. When you appear merciful, you create an illusion of benevolence that softens resistance and encourages trust. This facade can make others underestimate your capacity for ruthless action, giving you the element of surprise when decisive measures become necessary. Mercy, when projected strategically, builds a reputation that can prevent conflict by inspiring hope and gratitude. However, behind this mask of kindness lies the readiness to act with cold efficiency when the situation demands. Being merciless is often essential to eliminate threats, punish betrayal, and secure your position. Those who mistake your mercy for weakness will quickly learn the price of their miscalculation. By balancing the appearance of compassion with the preparedness for ruthless action, you maintain control while managing the perceptions of both allies and enemies. Number 14. Relying on a single source of power is a dangerous vulnerability that can lead to a sudden and total collapse. True mastery requires diversification of influence, alliances, and resources to create a network of support that can withstand the loss or weakening of any one element. Whether power comes from wealth, military strength, political connections, or popular support, placing all your trust in one domain invites disaster if that foundation crumbles. By cultivating multiple avenues of power, you safeguard yourself against betrayal, shifting circumstances, and unforeseen crises. This strategy also grants flexibility, allowing you to shift your focus or tactics as needed to exploit new opportunities or respond to threats. Diversification means building a web where each strand supports the others, creating a resilient structure that can absorb shocks and maintain stability. In this way, your grip on power remains firm even when storms arise. Number 15. In the ever-shifting landscape of power, rigidity is a fatal flaw. Those who cling stubbornly to old strategies, alliances, or ways of thinking risk being outpaced and outmaneuvered by more flexible adversaries. Adaptability is the cornerstone of enduring influence. It requires a keen awareness of evolving circumstances and the courage to change course without hesitation. The ability to pivot quickly in response to new threats or opportunities demonstrates strength and intelligence, while resistance to change breeds stagnation and decline. This means constantly reassessing your environment, questioning assumptions, and embracing innovation, even when it challenges your established position. Adaptability also involves reading the moods and desires of those around you, altering your approach to maintain favor and control. By being fluid and responsive rather than fixed and predictable, you stay one step ahead, turning uncertainty into advantage and ensuring your power remains unassailable in a world defined by change. Number 16. Predictability is a weakness that invites exploitation by cunning adversaries. Those who can be anticipated are easily countered, while unpredictability keeps opponents off balance and uncertain. Cultivating an air of unpredictability involves varying your actions, responses, and strategies so that others cannot easily discern your intentions or patterns. This does not mean acting without reason, rather strategically mixing bold moves with subtle maneuvers, calculated risks with cautious retreats, and openness with secrecy. By doing so, you create confusion and hesitation among those who seek to oppose or undermine you. Unpredictability also instills a sense of fear and respect, as others become wary of provoking someone whose next move is unknown. This quality can turn the tide in conflicts, negotiations, or competitions, as your opponents expend energy trying to guess your actions rather than focusing on their own plans. Number 17. The most effective way to consolidate power is to cloak your ambitions behind the appearance of selflessness and service. By presenting yourself as a benefactor, protector, or champion of others' interests, you gain trust, loyalty, and influence without arousing suspicion. This strategy leverages the natural human tendency to support those who seem to act for the common good or shared benefit. When you convince others that your goals align with theirs, they become willing instruments in your quest for power, often unaware of the deeper motives at play. This appearance of service creates a shield that protects you from scrutiny and opposition, as your actions are perceived as virtuous or necessary. Beneath this guise, however, you carefully pursue your own agenda, ensuring that every alliance, favor, or act of kindness ultimately strengthens your position. By mastering this delicate balance between apparent altruism and calculated self-interest, you navigate the complexities of power with subtlety and effectiveness. Number 18. Every individual harbors vulnerabilities, whether in character, circumstance, or ambition, that can be leveraged to your advantage. Recognizing and exploiting these weaknesses is a cornerstone of strategic dominance. It requires careful observation and psychological insight to identify where others falter, a lack of confidence, greed, jealousy, or overconfidence. By subtly pressing these points, you can manipulate opponents into making mistakes, fracturing alliances, or exposing themselves to downfall. Exploiting weaknesses does not always mean direct attack. Sometimes, it is a matter of offering false hope, sowing doubt, or providing opportunities that lead to their own undoing. This approach weakens adversaries without overt confrontation, preserving your strength while destabilizing theirs. Understanding human nature and the particular frailties of those around you allows you to shape the playing field to your favor, ensuring that you remain the one pulling the strings while others stumble unwittingly into traps you have laid. Number 19. Power is not only about what you do behind the scenes, but also about how you are perceived in the public eye. A strong, commanding public image serves as a foundation for influence and authority, shaping how allies and adversaries alike respond to you. This image must be carefully cultivated to reflect qualities such as confidence, competence, and unwavering resolve. It should inspire respect and even a degree of fear, discouraging challenges before they arise. The way you present yourself in public, through words, actions, and even appearances, creates a narrative that others will accept and internalize. Consistency is key. Contradictions between your image and your actions invite doubt and undermine your authority. By controlling your public persona, you control the battlefield of perception, making it difficult for enemies to question your legitimacy or rally opposition. A strong public image becomes a shield and a weapon, fortifying your position in every arena of power. Number 20. The mastery of timing distinguishes the great strategist from the mediocre. Knowing when to act is as critical as knowing how to act. A move made too early may be wasted, revealing your intentions and giving opponents time to prepare. A move made too late can mean missed opportunities or irreversible damage. Power is gained and maintained through patience and acute awareness of the unfolding situation. Observing the dynamics at play, understanding the weaknesses in your opponents, and recognizing the right moment to strike amplifies your effectiveness. Timing also applies to communication: when to speak and when to remain silent, when to reveal plans and when to conceal them. This precision creates an aura of inevitability around your actions, making your success seem preordained. The ability to synchronize your moves with the rhythms of circumstance turns uncertainty into certainty, chaos into order, and hesitation into triumph. Number 21. In the pursuit and maintenance of power, betrayal is not a matter of if, but when. Those around you, even your closest allies, act out of self-interest and may turn against you when it suits them. To survive and thrive, you must always anticipate treachery and guard against it with vigilance. This means maintaining a network of reliable intelligence, testing the loyalty of your associates, and preparing contingencies to neutralize threats before they materialize. Trust should be measured carefully and given sparingly, never granted blindly. The wise ruler understands that appearing too trusting invites exploitation, while excessive suspicion breeds paranoia and isolation. Balancing these opposing needs requires shrewd judgment and constant awareness. By expecting betrayal as an inevitable part of human nature, you transform it from a deadly surprise into a manageable risk, ensuring that when the inevitable occurs, you are ready to respond decisively and maintain your grip on power. So the conclusion is, in the relentless pursuit of power, mastery over oneself and others is the ultimate imperative. The path to dominance is neither paved with innocence nor guided by naive ideals. It demands shrewd calculation, relentless vigilance, and an unwavering willingness to wield influence with both subtlety and force. Every action must be deliberate, every alliance cautiously forged, and every moment carefully timed. The wise understand that power is a game of shadows, where appearances deceive and intentions remain hidden. To prevail is to navigate this labyrinth with patience, adaptability, and unyielding resolve, knowing when to advance, when to retreat, when to show mercy, and when to be ruthless. Those who fail to grasp these truths are doomed to be outmaneuvered and forgotten. But those who internalize these principles seize control of their destiny, shaping the world to their design and outsmarting every challenger who dares stand in their way.